Hey everybody, what is up? Welcome back to Final Trade. It's time for your favorite, another IRS tax form video. So I've been getting really good feedback about these, so I'll keep doing them. I'm kind of surprised at just how positive the feedback is, but that's really exciting because one thing I want to see is a lot of people who are, doing the card business informally up to the recent tax law changes will continue. They'll get registered as a business so they can make more money and they'll stay in the hobby, keep the markets moving. So, really, that's one of the things that I want to see. This is going to be about Schedule SE, which is how you compute your self employment taxes. So, you know how much tax, Medicare, and Social Security tax to pay on the profits from your card dealing business. So, just like all your IRS forms, you just start reading the lines, you see what applies to you. You're probably not a minister or a Christian Science practitioner. It's unlikely if you're watching these videos. And you probably don't have any net farm profit or loss. Maybe you have Social Security, retirement, or disability benefits. If maybe so, put them there. But here's the first line you're really going to be interested in, profit or loss from Schedule C. And remember, Schedule C was calculating the total profit or loss from your whole business. So you put that in there and you do some math on it according to the instructions. And eventually they'll ask you about church employee income again, which again, you probably don't have. And if the regular income from your normal job is more than $142,800, then you don't have to pay any more Medicare or Social Security tax. You still have to pay the Medicare tax. That's the way it goes. And so they'll help you compute all these things, multiply by the tax rates, and then they'll tell you, go and enter the self-employment tax on Schedule 2. Well, Schedule 2 is this other form, very nicely entitled Additional Taxes, because isn't that great? So this is a form that you just come through and you say, hey, did I pay any of these types of taxes? And just by reading the descriptions of these things, you'll know whether or not you need to go look up these forms and see if they apply to you. In any given tax year, most of them will not, but there will be a line on here to enter what you had computed on this line 12 on your Schedule SE. And then line 13, deduction for 1/2 of self-employment tax. Compute that and enter it on Schedule 1. Well, what is Schedule 1? Additional income and adjustments to income. And so you can see all the different things that the government wants to put their hand out to get a cut of. And somewhere down here, there will be a reference to Schedule SE. And it always says attach. So it does mean you really need to fill out the form and attach it with your taxes. And, the way these forms are always structured, it makes doing the math really easy because it'll just say things like add lines 8A, 8B, and 8C together. That makes it really easy. And you put the answer on 8D. So following this stuff is very easy. The math is very easy. It's all broken down to single steps, so you're not doing 2 or 3 operations on one line ever. These optional methods are probably not going to apply to you. And remember, if you ever have questions about this stuff, the IRS has instruction documents for every one of these forms. And they will typically go through. They'll begin by giving definitions of what certain things are, so you know, hey, am I a minister and I don't actually know it? And then they'll eventually start going into individual lines of the form and figuring out what to do. For example, line 1B, here's a big explanation of how to figure out what to do for line 1B, and so on. So these documents are available for every IRS form, and they're updated every year, and they're very easy to follow. Basically, if you can read English, you can understand these. It's not that complicated, and I guess it's a shame that the tax system is used as punishment and reward for certain classes of people, but, it's overly complicated. But realistically, you're not going to spend more than 6 minutes a year on Schedule SE. You're not going to spend more than that much on Schedule 1, Schedule 2. Your Schedule C is going to take a little bit of time. But again, if you keep all of your business accounting spreadsheets up to date, if you're diligent and honest with that stuff, it's not going to be that hard. And, doing the taxes for your business will take several hours every year. But again, the upside is you can have a sales tax certificate from your state, so you don't pay sales tax on all the stuff you're going to resell. You can get better relationships with your dealers. And, the benefits are there, and the IRS is going to start coming after people who are doing more than $600 of business a year on any given platform. So you're going to have to comply with this stuff or go to all cash business using only things like Facebook Marketplace and dealing in cash, or you're just going to have to get out of the hobby. And so it's unfortunate, the reality of it, but the government's coming after the small guy, which is us. So comply or die, I guess. Let me know what you think. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. I actually enjoy making these videos on the tax forms. I'm kind of an accounting wonk, and it's exciting to me. So give me some feedback and keep joining me on Final Trade. Thanks a lot.